Hi, it's Cheryl back with you from Farmhouse Frugally, and I have a few things that I have thrifted or found, and I am going to make them over. In the theme of keeping it frugal, I am trying to use up some of my paint inlays and my transfers and things that I have had in my stash for a while. So I'm going to start with this very basic frame. I am definitely not a fan of the wooden knots, so that is the first thing that has to go. And I do have a pink bedroom here in the house, which my granddaughter uses for her playroom. And so that first light pink is the color of the wall. So I wanted to add this dark rose color to it to give it some contrast and just go ahead and give this a good coat of paint. I chose a darker color to cover over those knots to make sure they're not going to peek through. And this happens to be a latex paint, so one coat will probably cover this. I love the Bear samples at Home Depot because they're $5 or $6, just a good sized container that gives me just enough paint, and I can have it mixed in any color that I want, and I do find that much more cost effective than buying premium paints that I may or may not ever use before they dry out. And then once that is fully dry, I'm going to go into my IOD scraps and see what I have that might go with this color. Probably should have done that first, but I'm sure I have something in the pink tones. This particular one is called Saint Germain and is a very lovely floral, had these beautiful vines, and it had both the peachy pink tones as well as some of the deeper tones, so I thought this would be perfect. And so I am just going to cut these up, and I am going to lay them down, making them look like climbing vines, and then cut off anything that's a little extra to add fill in any spaces that I've left behind. Very simple. And I'm using it right on that piece of paper that was in the picture to begin with because you can't see through it. And so that was easy. And then I had a little insect in my stash, so I wanted to add that to finish this off. And then I will clean that glass really good and put it all together. And that is it. Very, very simple, but you know, you can pick something up at a yard sale for 50 cents. You know, frames are a dime a dozen. You probably already have some in your stash, so take them out and use them up. Use a decoupage napkin, print a picture, use some transfers, whatever you have in your stash, and decorate a space or make a gift for somebody. I'm going to distress a little back to the wood, not easy to see on video, and then I'm going to take out some antiquing glaze and go over the whole thing, changing the color just a little bit, pulling back some of the deeper color on the wood just to give this some age, because I really do prefer that vintage look, but that's, you know, totally up to you. Put that all back together again. And, you know, honestly, for me, I, don't need another thing in my home. I have plenty of stuff, and I'm constantly giving it away. I bring boxes and boxes to my church, and they sell it and raise funds, and just whatever I can to I do this to create, to keep myself sane, to keep myself off of social media, to give myself, a creative outlet, because I think in this day and age that is definitely necessary. So hopefully you will be inspired to pick up something you have in your stash and make it beautiful. The second item is just a plank of wood. Somebody had dropped these Weber grilling planks, I think they're cedar maybe, in a package. I think there were 5 or 6 of them, and they left them on the good table at the dump. And so I had a couple left in my stash, and I thought, you know what, why not? I would like to do a paint inlay, and this is a very inexpensive way to use these paint inlays up and practice with them. You get 1 million in a pack, so trust me, if you invest in a paint inlay, you will find so many things to do with it. And it is honestly so much easier than it looks like it's going to be. I still have a ton left of this pack, and I have a couple of packages. So I wanted to use some of these pretty little florals, but this time I am going to use this as a backdrop. This is not going to be the star of the show, but I really feel like it adds a lot of dimension to a piece. So the nice thing about starting with paint inlays as your backdrop is if you mess it up or it doesn't come out 100%, it doesn't matter because you're going to put something on top of it. These actually did come out very well, but you know, this way it doesn't ruin the whole project. So you're going to paint it, and while the paint is wet, you're going to spritz with water the ink side down, the paint side, and put the paint on the paint. Then you are going to let it dry thoroughly. Once it's white, you can tell it's dry. Moisten a paper towel or a rag or something, spritz it, get it, you know, a little bit wet to reactivate the paint. And just peel them back. It is so awesome to just watch how that works. I love it. Now, I only used the large ones to start with because I want to layer these. So my advice to you is make sure they're good and dry before you cover them. And I am using just a clear glaze here. You can spray poly as well. And you probably could even Mod Podge, but it takes time to dry. And then I want to get this covered so that the ink won't run, but also because while this second topping here, this clear glaze is still wet, I'm going to put the other pieces into that. If I had used white paint again, then I would be painting over the designs that I had already put down first. So that's what I like about the clear glaze, is it definitely works well without the paint. And you can put a clear glaze on any paint. So if you wanted to have these paint inlays on a colorful painted piece you already have, then just use a clear glaze. And so once I peel all those back, I take it downstairs and sand the whole thing. Now again, this is a vintage style for me. And I round the edges and I give it some distressing. And so that's what I'm looking for. Clean that up. And then I pull out this beautiful piece of transfer that also has some black and white wording on it. So that really has that sort of similar feel to it. But it also has pops of color with the bird. And then once I have that, I want to find some corners. So I go into this beauty, and I absolutely love this Madeline transfer. I will leave the links here. So if you're interested in any of these IOD products, I try to scope out the cheapest one for you. If you hit that link, they give me a little thank you. But either way, you can just, you know, find some transfers anywhere online. And so I'm going to go ahead and lay these down and transfer them in the corner for more pops of color, and just to dress that up a bit and use up some of these transfers. I've got a couple little bugs here. And then again, for my style, I'm going to add some more of that antiquing wax. I am out of dark antiquing wax. This is a glaze, so I got to pick up some wax next time I'm out and about. So I'm going to just go ahead and glaze that over. I think it highlights the edges and gives it a little bit more dimension to the project as well, of course, of the age. And that's it. I could hang it eventually, but for now I'm just propping it here. And it's funny, I had made this birdhouse update, I think a year or two ago now, and I thought how lovely these two pieces look together. So just a little pop of green, little pop of red. I'm not a big red fan, but I think just occasionally having a little bit here and there, it just adds a little something. So hey, plank of wood, free out of your scrap, something you've got laying around, and just enjoy, get creative. And let me know what you think about that. And then I took out my favorite item. But before I tell you that, this Can't Sleep creation is hosted by Dawn, Monica, Annie, and Jody. And I will have their channels and a playlist in the description box for you to check out what the others have created for you. And that takes me on to my favorite thrift flip today. I got this bread box for free. My daughter picked it up for me. And I actually need one in my kitchen. And this one is in excellent condition, looks brand new, and the top opens as well as the door in the front opening. So there are two different places that you can store things. So I thought that was fun. But the color is very IKEA, very Scandinavian, just not my style. And so I did want this to resemble a piece that I already have in my kitchen and bring a pop of color onto the other side of the kitchen opposite that. So, of course, I started with scuff sanding that so that the paint would adhere. And I happened to have a blue left over from some stools that I had painted the legs here against my island, and then it will also match my hutch, which I'll show you in a little while. So I am going to give this one good coat, let that dry, and then once I have that completely done and dry, I do have to go back in for a second or maybe a half a coat. And when you hear creators say I put 1.5 coats on, what they generally mean is once the first coat is fully dry, they'll take either watered down paint for the second coat, or they'll take a spray mister and mist the paint and paint just a little bit quickly over the top and let it glide over, which gives it a nice finished look and uses less paint. Now I am going to only paint the front and the sides on this because I want to stain the knobs and the top of this and give that a deeper vintagey feel, just a little something with the two-tone here. And I'm going to leave, of course, the interior because it's in excellent shape. And of course, I'm going to actually put bread products and such in there, so I don't want paint in that. And I had a stain in my stash already, a chestnut color, so I decided to just go ahead and use that for the knobs and the top of the box. I probably could have gone even a little darker on this stain, but this wood did not take that color as well as I would have liked. So I could always dark wax that once I pick some dark wax up to make that match my hood vent. And then I am going to have to put the antique glaze over the blue to make it match the stool legs and the hutch. And here it is so far. I did add a little bit of distressing, and I think that wax will help for all the future wipe downs that this will receive. And the other thing I've been doing for my sanity is baking lately, so this came in perfect timing. I have been making sourdough, I've been milling my own grains and doing some other things, and so I had made some blueberry muffins and some breads and rolls, so this was perfect timing to put that all together. I toyed with the idea of stenciling some words on the top, fresh baked or fresh baked daily or bread or something, but I have a lot of words in my kitchen already, so here is the hutch on the other side of the room. So I'm pulling that together onto this side, and I love it. I'd love to know what you think. Don't forget to check out the other creators in the description box and the playlist. Please do hit like and hype and share and all the things to help my channel, and drop a comment and let me know, what have you been doing to keep your sanity, to stay off the social media, away from the wildfires and all the other crazy that's going on. Let me know what you've been doing with your time. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm going to see you in the next one. Take care.